Hi, I'm Miss Kristen of the Oosterhout Free Library, and I want to wish you a happy Valentine's Day. Or shall I say, ValenSlime's Day? I love slime. Do you like slime? Well, today I'm going to share a book with you called ValenSlime, and it's about a young scientist named Victoria Franken. Now, Victoria loves to create all different kinds of slime. And in the book Frankenslime, which is the first book in the series, Victoria and her assistant dog named Igor create a new and unusual slime that comes to life and became her best friend. His name is Goop. It's a really fun book, and I suggest that you check it out from the library. Now, in the story that we're going to read today, ValenSlime, Goop is feeling a little bit lonely. Victoria has lots of friends, but Goop has just only Victoria and Igor. Valentine's Day is coming up around the corner, so Victoria decides to create a new slime friend for Goop. Is she able to do that? Well, we'll have to find out. Then we can make some slimes featured in the book, like the Sniff-tastic slime, like these. They smell so good. And the chocolate slime. So first, let's get started with our story, ValenSlime.
ValenSlime, written by Joy Keller, illustrated by Ashley Bolote, published by Feiwel and Friends. Victoria Franken was a slime scientist. She loved her slime, and her slime Goop loved her back. He bubbled with enthusiasm when they experimented in the lab. He oozed contentment when they read science books together. He bounced along happily when they walked Igor in the park. Yes, ever since that stormy night Victoria brought Goop to life, the two had enjoyed their time together. When Valentine's Day rolled around, Victoria made 20 slime cards for her school friends, a doggy bone card for Igor, and one extra special card for the slime. As she admired her cutting and gluing, Victoria realized something. She had lots of friends. Goop only had one friend, her. That didn't seem fair. Luckily, Victoria had an idea. Igor, we must experiment. Victoria and Igor gathered materials, snuck up to the attic, and locked the door behind them. If Goop couldn't make a new friend, Victoria would make a new friend for him. She considered using her favorite slime recipes. Sniff-tastic flower slime, mouth-watering chocolate slime, yum. Magical fairy slime. But none of these slimes seemed quite right. What ingredients would make the perfect friend? Aha! Igor, something smart. Igor, something sweet. Igor, something fun. Glitter! Now, all she had to do was wait for a lightning storm and zap! Her creation would jolt to life. She waited and waited and waited. Victoria sighed. It looked like lightning wouldn't strike. She would have to take matters into her own hands. Igor, Fetch me some wires. After tinkering and tuning, Victoria was finally ready. She hit the switch. Zap! The slime foamed and frothed, it splattered and sparkled, it sent a cloud of sugar into the air. Victoria held her breath as the glittery, gooey creature crept over the side of the beaker. This was it! She had done it! She had made a friend for... Uh-oh. The slime was still growing bigger and bigger and bigger. Before long, it stretched all the way to the ceiling. Victoria had to do something fast. Igor, pull the plug! But the slime kept growing. She tried to catch it. Igor, the vacuum! But the slime wouldn't be contained. She attempted to freeze it. Igor, ice cubes! But the slime wouldn't stop. Victoria and Igor slipped from the room as the shimmery goop filled the attic, just as it started to squeeze out the door after them. Kaboom! The giant slime burst into 10 regular-sized slimes. Victoria and Igor stared in shock. What has she done? She hadn't made Goop a new friend. She'd made him lots of new friends. Victoria introduced Goop to her latest creations. The slime quivered with happiness. From that day forward, Goop and the other slimes spent a lot of time together. They did their own experiments. They played slime games. They taught Igor new tricks. Goop was thrilled with his new friends. But that didn't change the fact that Victoria would always be his best friend. He loved her and Victoria loved him back. The end.
That was a fun story. Victoria Franken made quite a few slime friends for Goop. She also comes up with some fun names for the slimes that she creates. Check out the book from the library to discover them all for yourself. Today, we're going to make 2 of the slimes Victoria made in the story. While they do not come alive, they sure do smell good. But before we start that, here are some slime tips and tricks to keep in mind. Now, adult lab assistants are needed because we're going to get ready to get messy. So choose an area where you can make a bit of a mess. And today we're going to use cornstarch, which should not go down your drains. So you may want to consider having wet wipes or some damp paper towels available nearby. If your hands get too messy, you might want to wipe your hands down with the damp paper towel first and then go wash your hands. And dispose the slime in the trash. Now for each recipe, you're going to need a bowl, measuring cups, measuring spoons, and a mixing spoon. I use disposable items to help make cleanup fast and easy. First, we're going to start with the sniff-tastic slime. We're going to use conditioner and cornstarch to make a fragrant and fun slime. You're going to need a half a cup of scented hair conditioner. I use Suave Ocean Breeze, but you can use whatever you have on hand. You'll need 1 cup of cornstarch, and the food coloring is optional. Now what you're going to do is you're going to put the conditioner in a bowl, and the slime is going to be the color of the conditioner. But if you don't like that, you can add a few drops of food coloring to change it. I suggest that you use a spoon to mix it together at first with the food coloring, or your hands will end up dyed. And here's a tip. Toothpaste or shaving cream removes food coloring from skin. Then you can add a quarter cup of the cornstarch at a time, slowly stirring it in until the slime begins to form. When the mixture is clumpy like this, pick it up and work the mixture in your hands until it's the right consistency. It will feel like a squishy Play-Doh, kind of like this. Squish, squish, squish. Smells so good. You can play with your super smelling slime. Now this one is pink because I added a few drops of food coloring. So after you're done playing with it, maybe you might want to give it a fun and creative name, just like Victoria did. What will you name your slime? Let's make chocolate slime dough. Again, this could be a bit messy at first, so you'll need your adult lab assistant. And while it might smell delicious and the ingredients are totally safe, it's not recommended to eat these slimes. They're not too yummy. Now, the book includes a recipe for a chocolate slime using marshmallows, cocoa, and powdered sugar, but I found it to be very sticky. If you have those ingredients and want to try it, I'll include a link in the description box below so you could try it out for yourself. But today I'm going to show you a chocolate slime recipe. It's like sort of a dough that uses only 3 simple ingredients: cornstarch, milk, and hot chocolate or cocoa powder. You're going to need a half a cup of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder or hot chocolate, and a 1/3 cup of milk. I'll include a link with all the directions in the description box below, of course. First, you're going to heat up a 1/3 cup of milk in the microwave until it's warm, just so it's no longer cold. Not that it's not steaming, it's not boiling. You just don't want it ice cold out of the refrigerator. This should take no more than 10 or 20 seconds. Make sure to use a microwave-safe bowl and handle it with care. Then you're going to pour the warm milk into a mixing bowl with the cornstarch and cocoa powder. Stir together with a spoon until smooth slime begins to form. Knead or squish the dough together until you get the right texture of doughy slime. You might need to add more cornstarch depending on your ingredients. I used 2% milk and needed more cornstarch. You can also try making your own version of chocolate slime. I made a small batch of the slime to test it out, and I discovered that by adding the ingredients in a different order, like adding the cornstarch in a little by little, I was able to make a different type of chocolate slime. It was more like what's called an oobleck, if you've ever heard that before, or a non-Newtonian slime. And this kind of slime is a solid when it's at rest, and you can touch it, it really doesn't move that much, and is a liquid when it's picked up and moved around, which is really kind of cool. Now, if you kept adding cornstarch, then you will get this ooey gooey, fun to hold, kind of a dough slime that is fun to play with. What kind of slime are you going to make? Try it and find out. I also found this recipe for a chocolate slime using a snack pack ready-made pudding and cornstarch. It's super simple and will give you a similar result. I'll include a link with the step-by-step directions and pictures in the description box below. Well, I hope you had fun. I hope you keep exploring, and we'll see you next time. Bye!